Alright, it's time to set up our order form, and as you can see on here I have different types of pages at the top, and what we're mainly concerned about is the order page, since this is the order form. So let's go ahead and select order form, and these are the templates for it, and you can just pretty much choose any one. We'll go ahead and select this one because we're going to pretty much remove everything and start from scratch anyways, so that I can teach you guys how to do this from scratch. Okay, so we'll go and first of all go to publishing and make sure that everything is kind of named the way we want it to. So we'll change this to order form and update funnel step. Okay, we'll edit the page. And since the purpose of this exercise is to learn how to use ClickFunnels, we will go ahead and remove everything as usual. Delete. Delete. I'm doing this at the section container level. Delete. And delete. Okay, so we pretty much have a blank slate now. I'm going to save this. And we will start off with our background. So we'll go to settings, background, and select the theme background that we like, which is this blue one here. Add image. Full center fit is okay, and that's fine. So now we have our background. Let's go ahead and add our sections. One section first, and we'll make the width on the section wide. Somehow it's not doing anything, but let's click off and try again. Add section wide. There we go. And we will add a new row, and this is where we're going to place our logo again. So that'll be one column, and add the element, and that will be with a image. Let's try that again. Okay, and now we're going to just insert our logo. Little alt text for SEO purposes and being browser friendly. And that looks like that will be it. So there's our logo on top. And now we're going to add a let's just go ahead and add a new row to this. And we're going to add just one column. And this is where we're going to place our heading. So let's go ahead and add element. And this would just be a headline. And let's double click on here and type in get your #1 dad gear. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this a little more pretty. We'll go to settings and the element. Oops, I think that's in the row because the color was blue. So let's go down here until it's orange. Settings. And we'll make the bold color white. And for text, I'll do the same as well. And we'll change our font to what we had before, which is Lato or Lato. And then we're going to give it that background, but that's done at the row level. So let's go to the row level and we'll do our settings and give it a background image. And we'll choose that orange one that we had before. That's consistent with our theme. Add image. And there it is. Let me go back in here and make sure that this is bold. And it's not bold anymore. So here we go. Bold. And so there's our heading. And now let's go ahead and add the products area down here. So we'll add another row. And this time we're going to make it 2 columns. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to go to settings and we'll fill in the background color and make it white. And then we're going to go to advanced and we're going to give it a corner radius because it looks a little nicer. And on edges we'll just do the bottom again, bottom only. And as far as settings go, on the width, we want to make it about 96 so that the heading hangs over it. And let's go back to headings and put a shadow on there. I like the shadow. So we'll go back up here to row and we'll go to settings, go to advanced, and drop shadow. We'll set this at 40%. There we go. And let's go ahead and save. And we'll go back in here and add a new element. And we'll do the image pop-up. And we'll click on that. And our first image, of course, is the mug. So that's the thumbnail. And we'll add the larger image, which is that. Add that. And click off. And we will just save and do a quick preview before we work any further. Let's make sure this thing generates and renders correctly. And there you go. Looks all right. So we'll go back, close this, and let's go here on this side and add an element. And this is where we're going to put our order form over here on this in this column. So we're going to click on Add New Element, and because this page type is the order form, we have additional elements, as you can see on here. These are order elements, and ClickFunnels has a couple of pre-made ones already for you, such as this order select. These two-step order and order select with inventory. So there's a couple of these that are pre-made for you, and the one that I'm going to choose is let's go with this one, the two-step order. And as you can see on here, on this first step is shipping information, which is all set for you already. And the second step is your billing, and this is where you can actually, let's click on here. And if we go to step 2 over here, this is what step 2 looks like. And as you can see on here, the item, this is where you can select which item you want. And this is, right now it says dynamically updated, but that just means when you actually preview it, you know, as a user, then all the items will be retrieved and generated and listed there for you. So the second step, as you can see, contains the billing information and the items that you can select, as well as this bump offer, and I would give you a little more information about that a little later. So for now, it looks like it's okay. Let's go ahead and save again. Okay, now that we have our order component in place, let's go ahead and finish off our left column with our products and descriptions and such. So let's go back over here, and we will first of all adjust the padding or the margins on this item here. So let's go to settings, and top margin, we'll set this to about 50. I like to have a little space up there. And that looks okay. So now we're going to click down here, add element, and that's where we're going to put our subheadline. And after that, we're going to add a new element, and that's where we're going to have our product description. So that'll be a paragraph. And after that, we'll have our bullet list of features. So we'll click on that, and there we go. So I'm just going to copy and paste again the information here. First, let's go ahead and change the settings for the font color there to blue. And that looks okay. So we'll go ahead and copy and paste. And make this bold. There we go. Paste. And let's go ahead and left align this. All right. And there we go. And when I pasted this in, if you didn't pick it up, everything is in bold here. That's because the word that was the leading of this bullet item was in bold. So I'm just going to highlight everything and unbold this. And now I will go in and just fix my bullets. There we go. And that's it for this product here. So let's save that. Okay, so to finish off our products here, we're going to just pretty much clone all of these elements over here and just update the images and the wording for them. So let's go ahead and clone 3 more of these guys, because we have 4 items altogether. And we're going to just click on that and update our images. Next will be the hat. And this one will be, let me just validate. Okay, so that looks good. This will be the shirt. Oops. Shirt. And there it is. And our last item will be the apron. And there you go. So let's just go ahead and drag these down. Right there. Right there. And that's good for the images. So next, let's clone the product title here. We'll make 3 more of those as well. And update our text. Hat, shirt, and apron. Okay. Now we'll drag these in place. There we go. Sometimes you have to kind of wrestle with this thing a little and finesse it in. Alright, so that's it. Next we'll clone the description. So 3 more of these guys. That's the description for the hat. This is the one for the shirt. And the apron. So let's move these in place. And here's the shirt. Oops, hat. There we go. And last, we'll make a clone of our featured bullets. 3 of these. There's the apron. Here's the shirt. Here's the hat. Okay, so we just need to update the bullets and we'll be done. Looks good. All right, there's the apron. There's the shirt. And here's our hat. There we go. Let's save this. And looks good. Looks good. And let's do a preview. Preview. And this looks good. So the next step is to add products to our order form so that we can actually buy something. And to do that, let's go ahead and close out of here and go back to our funnel. And we'll stay on the order form. If you'll notice on the order form, it's a little different. We have this tab over here with the labeled products. And this is where you add your products to your order form in the funnel. So we'll click on this. First thing we need to do is add our payment gateway. So we're talking about adding Stripe or PayPal or what, so that we can handle credit card processing or PayPal payments. And to do that, let's go ahead and start off with a Stripe. So to set up a Stripe account, let's do this. Let's go to our account. And oops, go to payment gateways, and we're going to add a new payment gateway. Select Stripe and create a Stripe account. So, ClickFunnels, as you can see, makes it super easy to integrate with Stripe. And we'll give it a name. And we'll click on Create Stripe Account. Next, we're going to connect with Stripe. On this page, if you don't have a Stripe account, you can go ahead and create a new one. If you already have an existing account, just go ahead and sign in by clicking up here. And just go ahead and if your account is a new account like this test one here, just go ahead and fill out the rest of the information. And there you have it. We've successfully integrated Stripe billing. So let's get started. All right, now that we have Stripe set up, let's go ahead and enter our products. So let's go ahead and add a product. And our first product will be the #1 Dad mug. These are pre-populated here because I typed this in earlier. And we'll select our Stripe account, integration there. And the amount, this is the amount that, the actual figure that you will be charging for the product. So we'll make that $13.99. Currency is USD, of course. And then we'll work on bump products a little later. So for now, we'll just do a one-time Stripe integration charge. Product description will be #1 Dad mug. And this we'll leave alone. But if we scroll up here, let's go to fulfillment email. And this is the email that will get sent out to your buyers right after they buy the products. And this will be sent out by ClickFunnels. So let's go ahead and modify this part here. Actually, I'll tell you what, to be more efficient, let's leave this alone. And we have all our products. We'll just copy and paste the same information into all of these fields. So let's go ahead and just create products for now. And let's create the next product, which is the #1 Dad hat. And the amount for that is $17.99. And if I don't recall if I explained this earlier, but this is the it's a label that will go on the display order form or the email that sends to the customer, from ClickFunnels after they make the purchase. So you want to make sure that the format is nice here. Okay, and create product. Let's go ahead and check that #1 Dad mug to see if we added that label for the price. And we didn't, so there it is. It is $13.99. Okay, so let's add the other ones. Next is the shirt, and that is $17.99. $17.99 there, one time, and #1 Dad shirt. Okay, create product. And we'll add the apron next. So apron, and that is $15.99. and create product. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go back in here and let's complete the fulfillment email part of it. And I'm just going to copy and paste the same thing into all the fields for all our products. And for this product, it is the mug, so that's right. And I'm okay with that. And this will also get, sent out to the email, obviously, because this is the body of the email. So we'll update our product there. Let's do the next one. We'll change that to hat. And the hat was $17.99. There we go. Here's the shirt. And the shirt was also $17.99. So we're okay there. And let's edit the apron. Same thing. But it was $15.99. And there you go. Now we're done. Well, we're done for this anyway. So now what we can do is we can preview our page and see how it actually looks, from a buyer's perspective. So let's go back over here to the order form or overview. Should have just clicked on overview. And we can click on this to preview the page. And as you can see on here, the next page, or step 2, is the billing information and our product selection. And as you can see on here, we have all of our products listed here with the radio selection. Somebody can pick whatever they want here. And what we can do is we can also change these radio selections to a drop-down menu if we want. The thing with ClickFunnels is, with the orders, it's a little different from your traditional shopping cart from, let's say, an e-commerce site where you can just keep on adding products to your shopping cart. With ClickFunnels, it's more of a just one item purchase at a time, and then you can go with your upsells or downsells. So, example, if you wanted to sell a mug and hat together, you would need to create a product for both of them instead of just a single one if you wanted someone to have the option to buy them together. Hope that makes sense. But then after here, you make your product selection, you enter your credit card information, and as you can see on here, there's this bump or one-time offer, and let's go ahead and create an offer, and let me show you how this works. Okay, so to create a bump offer, let's go back to products. And all we do is we just create a product with all of our, with whatever we want to sell on there as a bump. And let's name this number 1 dad mug shirt hat apron collection. There we go. And stripe, same, everything's the same. So here's the price we're going to be charging. So we'll go with let's say $49.99. And the price display will be $49.99. And here is the most important thing here, and which is checking this box. Should this product be the bump on the order page? We want to check this and say yes. And how this works is this is an offer that you can propose to the buyer that will give them, such great value that they'll pretty much want to drop everything that they bought, or the selection that they bought up there, and go for this, because the value is is so great. The value, there's so much value here and such a big discount that it makes them want to think, and they can get more with their money. And for product description, we'll just call it number one dad collection. And fulfillment email would be the same as before, just copy and paste in there. So I will go and do the same. And there you go. Great product. So now we have our bump product here. If we go back to the preview page, go to step 2. Now when we come down here, we can if someone checks this, this is where they will override whatever they bought up here with a bump purchase. Oh, one more thing. Let's go ahead and edit this information here in the bump offer to something more meaningful, and I'll show you where to do that. And where to do that is obviously in your order function here. Click on that, and we'll click on step 2. And on here, in order to edit that, we're going to click on this drop down here and show step 2 settings, because remember, this is with step 2, and if we click on here to show the settings, now this changes down here, these options. And if we scroll down, now we can edit all of the boxes and text from this display over here. So let's go ahead and scroll down, and here's the bump information. So here it is, the headline. Yes, I would take it, which is fine. It's a one-time offer. And here's the text that we want to change here. So we'll change it to something, and we'll change it to something like this. And that's pretty much all to it. So we'll go back and, let's go ahead and hide the step 2 settings for now. And we'll save. And let's preview again. And there it is down there. And so that is all pretty much there is to it with the order page, and we'll continue next with the one-time offer.